should have stayed indoors today. Well, the peace talks are here. These are some directives I wrote last night. These negotiations are... I took the liberty of writing them all down.
Whoa. Let's see. Fierce dispute, fight... Wow. There's so many!
Glad to hear it. These peace talks are quite exceptional, but any amount of dissatisfaction within our ranks weakens our... As the Divine Priestess of Watatsumi Island, this responsibility is excellent. Okay, time to head off.
Keep up.
With swords from shadow.
And shroud. Yeah. I hear everything.
Don't blink.
One with the forest.
Speed of light. Hey!
And shroud. Keep up.
It's been a while, Kujo-Sara. I believe...
Yes, where you dealt my force. But before we go any further, what are you doing here?
That's right. She experienced the war between us firsthand.
Seems reasonable. The first item is the Maritime Administration issue. We intend to remove these restrictions, but going forward...
That's fine. But if they're paying taxes, any losses they sustain due to issues of public security.
Accepted. Let's add that to the peace treaty. I can assure
Negotiations seem to...
the next item has to do with in the past. Our people have been subjected to lengthy economic cooperation between our islands has suffered greatly as a consequence. Since the war is now over, I propose...
The problem there is that trade is a reciprocal affair. We'll need...
Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't Watatsumi Island facing...
True, we're experiencing some shortages, but we will recover in due... Not to mention that...
Let's leave that aside for now then. On to the military question. Watatsumi Island's forces will need to come back under the jurisdiction of the Tenryou Commission.
That just isn't feasible.
With all due respect, feasibility doesn't come into it. The Tenryou Commission alone has...
You Kujo scum! Colluding with the Fatui... Comrades, never trust the Kujo! Let's get them!
Protect Madame Kujo!
Number 16. No, wait. 67? Or is it 73? Which one is it? Kokomi! Which scenario number is this?
The last one. But hold up. Stand down, Tadakatsu. Rest assured, I am fully... Madam Kujo. This is rather serious.
Excuse me for a moment. Nobody makes an... You two! Here! Speak! Collusion with the Fatui?
I wouldn't exactly call it collusion.
We were approached by a few. At the time, I felt like...
But we were extremely careful. We didn't agree to anything. We just said they could maybe start by heading to Watatsumi Island and stirring things up a little. Then we'd see how it went. With respect, ma'am, there was no collusion. It was just a one-off conversation.
That's enough. Might I remind you that this is the Fatui? You should be having no interaction with them whatsoever. So...
The Fatui's main forces have already left Inazuma.
Oh, her subordinates. So they're out for revenge. They want to keep Inazuma in a state of turmoil. One day, I will hunt them down. Every last one. We bear responsibility for this issue. My sincere apologies. I have my own negligence to blame for this state of affairs. Please, grant us another chance to continue the peace talks.
But of course, Madam Kujo. I have every confidence in your ability to resolve this situation. For the time being, however, there is evidently some discord within the Tenryou Commission's ranks. I would therefore not...
It seems that I will lay this issue aside for now. But we shall revisit it as soon as the Tenryou Commission has... As for the trade issues we raised, I will discuss options with the...
Seems like Kujo Sara's on the defense.
I never knew the grand strategist of Watatsumi. I hope that when we meet again, we can continue. I think we can leave things there for today.
I should inform you that we took out a Fatui camp recently. I recommend you say and do nothing on the matter for the time being, lest you tip them off and they disappear. Wait for them to come to you.
I will bear this in mind. I shall take my leave.
Your Excellency, we...
Let's discuss it after we get back.
Another chance to... Let her rip!
Your Excellency, you knew?
I have already been informed on the reasons for your actions. You believe the Tenryou Commission to be untrustworthy and sought to sabotage the peace talks and reignite the war. Fortunately, the end result exposed and thwarted a secret Tenryou Commission plot. Yet, this was purely incidental, and the end certainly did not justify your means.
But Your Excellency, so many comrades have sacrificed themselves in the line of duty. If we stop now, aren't all of our efforts going to waste? I want to keep fighting. I want ultimate victory, even if it means I have to pay the ultimate price.
I understand your sentiments, but you cannot simply impose your will and expect others to bear the consequences. During the war, there were highs and there were lows, and in the end, there was a glorious victory. For you, perhaps the experience was one of great excitement. But you saw nothing of the countless others who will remember the war quite differently. Most people suffered terribly through each day. Watatsumi Island's people yearn for peace because they have long since given all they had to the war effort. They are tired of treading water and don't need you dragging them back underneath once again.
But...
I understand, I do. And the fault is not yours alone. It was largely an oversight on my part. I taught you to nurture a warrior's will, but never how to let it go.
It's not your fault, Your Either way, we are ready to...
Very well. Then I hereby declare... that as of today, I am founding a new secret corps of the army. You and your comrades will all be welcome to join. But be warned.
Your Excellency...
I have concluded from today's peace talks that it is right that Watatsumi Island moves towards peace. I don't want to hear from any of you again until all of you can take on 2 shogunate samurai at a time. All right, and if there is, there will be no more leniency.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for this...
I can feel my energy levels start... Just what will become...
Keep up.
Thank you for everything. With your help, peace has been restored on Watatsumi Island once more. Recovering today was a reminder that I think I might get Goro to handle the negotiation. Do you think so? In the past. But I realize now that wasn't going. I have a long way to go. In short, I've still got some maturing to do.
Hi, Catherine. It's us. Was there something we could help with?
Yes. I'm afraid that I have another task that requires your assistance. The Adventurers Guild has recently received a commission directly from the Tenryou Commission. The assignment is both urgent and dangerous. After assessing the assignment, the Guild has concluded that seasoned adventurers are required. Naturally, you came to mind.
Just another day on the job for us!
Allow me to explain. The Tenryou Commission recently issued an arrest warrant for a young Oni by the name of Arataki Ito.
An Oni? You mean those big, tough-looking guys with horns on their heads?
That's correct. This particular Oni is quite vocal and audacious, so he already has quite the reputation on the streets. That said, he has never been caught up in major trouble of any kind. So it came as a surprise to learn that he has recently been accused of stealing things, and sometimes even whisking away the people themselves. But it doesn't end there. When the Tenryou Commission dispatched a Doshin to apprehend him, he assaulted the Doshin
So let Paimon guess. No problemo!
I have complete confidence you will succeed. However, please exercise caution. This Oni also happens to hold a vision.
On second thought, Paimon will leave the fighting to you. The last place Paimon wants to be is in a gang fight.
We are still investigating Arataki Ito's potential motives behind these incidents, as well as his current whereabouts. But please ask around in the streets as well. There will likely be others more familiar with Ito's circumstances than I am, who can provide you with useful information. Thank you. I will await your return.
Well, let's start asking around on the streets. Hopefully we'll learn a little more about this Arataki Ito guy and figure out where he might be.
Arataki Ito? Yeah, I've heard of the guy. Word is, he did something monumentally stupid, and to be completely honest, I was a little surprised.
Wait, you mean...
No, not exactly. So, on the one hand, he's a larger-than-life kind of guy. But on the other hand, I don't personally see him as a bad guy, but I guess I wouldn't put it past him to get all riled up and lose control. You know, I'm afraid that I'm not too sure myself. I keep a pretty good eye on what's happening in the city, and as far as I can tell, he just idle. When someone asks for it,
Is it just Paimon, or is this Ito fellow starting to sound pretty weird?
I'm afraid that I don't have much else to tell you. He tends to spend his time with people a little more lively than myself. Perhaps you could try asking.
Okay.
My store is offering the latest in fashion. Come and have a look. Arataki Ito?
Huh? How can you be so sure? Is he really as trustworthy as all that?
No, perhaps you misunderstand me. When I said he could never do anything dastardly, I meant maybe a story will explain it better. So, kids being kids aren't exactly the most difficult to outsmart.
On purpose, though.
No, not at all. The one time I saw him, then he took the kid's candy as his prize and ate it right.
Ugh, that's just plain wrong.
He did take it way too far that time. He was pretty quick to admit that he was fully in the wrong, and it wasn't long before the kid had stopped crying and was laughing and playing again as if nothing. In fact, the children quite like playing with him because he's always serious about. So, I suppose what I'm trying to say is a guy who can't even beat kids at a children's game.
Huh. He doesn't sound like a bad guy at all.
Yes, my thoughts exactly. Still, the Tenryo Commission's. So, I'm not trying to condone his actions or anything. If he really has messed up big time, then he should face the consequences just like anyone else.
Thanks for the info. We'll keep asking around.
Arataki Ito. We know he's already left.
Catherine says that Arataki Paimon's curious.
Yes, of course. Otherwise, we'd never have. For starters, most thieves will try to devise a way to conceal their identity. At first, he was just one of our suspects. But when we went to what's most frustrating is that he then managed to escape along with his entire gang. Of course he did. Whether material or he's never had a Mora to his name his entire life. And he's never kept down a real job. After scrounging for a living all these years, maybe he thought that. As for his psychological motives, it's a bit embarrassing to talk about, but at the time, Arataki Ito put up quite a fight. It took a huge amount of manpower. The vision hunt was a mistake, but we never expected that he would go.
He does sound a little unstable, just like people have been saying.
If the two of you are able to capture Arataki Ito.
Thanks for all the Too bad we still don't know where he could have run off to. We already got word on the street, so maybe it's time. Paimon remembers that there's a detective agency here in Ina.
Please speak to President Song.
Oh, him again. Sure. I have answers. I've heard all about your travels. After everything you've been through.
How much more?
A one-off payment of 397,000 mora, up front. Plus a further 5...
Whoa! That's crazy!
Hold on. I wasn't finished. And, as for that amount... Oh, now then. To give you the full picture in this... A long, long time ago, in a village lost to time, there lived a crimson Oni and a blue Oni. They were the best of friends. The crimson Oni looked fierce, but was gentle like the humans. The blue Oni looked human, but was reclusive, like an Oni. The crimson Oni wished to befriend the humans, but they were scared and threw beans at him whenever he came near. So the blue Oni said to the crimson Oni,
Akka, I'll cause trouble in the village. You come and stop me. Then the humans will accept you.
As planned, the crimson Oni chased the blue Oni away. The crimson Oni's deeds spread throughout the land, and people finally accepted him. But when the crimson Oni went to tell the blue Oni the good news, he was gone and left only a letter behind.
I went traveling. Don't come find me or they'll treat you as a naughty little Oni. But don't worry about me. No matter where I go, we'll always be friends.
Thanks.
I suppose the blue Oni simply disappeared. Never
But...
Of course it does. What I'm trying to tell you is that the Oni have sacrificed every generation of Oni inherits these...
But... How could he do that? After the blue Oni's sacrifice?
That's a very old story. Nobody knows how long it's been since the blue Oni disappeared. Besides, the suspect has already confessed. What is there left to discuss? According to my investigation, the Tenryo Commission is unable to enter territory controlled by Sangonomiya troops. No doubt that's the reason Arataki don't mention it.
Wait! Paimon still has a question. If Arataki...
I could only assume so. Judging from his previous bouts, he is...
Okay!
Ah, yes. In fact, all Oni will avoid beans. If you could weaken him a bit by triggering his allergies, perhaps you'd have better luck subduing him.
It's fine.
It just so happens that I have a bag of beans right here. Of course, I will charge the Adventurers Guild if...
Sneaky! Let's head to Yashiori...
I'm used to the rain, but you should probably use an umbrella.
According to Detective Sango, Ito should be somewhere around here. Catherine mentioned... There's a camp here, but nothing stands out as particularly noteworthy. Let's keep moving forward. There are more footprints here. He should be just up ahead. be him. Is that Arataki Ito? He doesn't seem to be looking this way. It'll save a lot of hassle.
One well kinda.
What should we do?
Don't be alarmed. It's all right. I got this. I just... Who am I kidding? I gotta catch my breath here. Whatever it is you want, it's gonna have to wait. I need a moment. Hey, why'd you have to be so mean, huh? Surprise attacking me like that. Oh, I get it. Well, whatever. If you think I pack a mean
That's pretty big talk considering all the beans.
Yep, that's right. Me, as boss of the Arataki.
Yeah, but nabbing people?
Not when their families will pay good Mora to see them again. And the extra Mora means I can, give some to my gang to spend on themselves. Hey, what's with all the questions? Like I said...
No way, mister!
What did you say, little one?
Well, mostly she took a commission to bring you back.
Looks like you aren't gonna let this drop.
Uncle Ito! Don't run now. Careful or you'll fall.
What's taking you so long? You said...
Yeah, that's right. Still going ahead.
Huh?
Yeah, that's right. I told them not to come, but what can I say? They were just too worried about me. It's because of a little thing called, prestige. Yeah, because of all the prestige Uncle Ito has.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Come on, just play along. Leave the kid out of this.
Uncle Ito, you don't look so good. You look like you're about to fall over.
That's because Uncle Ito bumped his noggin on a tree branch while looking for a beetle. Uh-oh. It's all good, though. These horns are rock solid.
Okay, if you...
Yep, I'll be right there.
Who were those people?
The old lady was Granny Oni. She's the one who took me. They escaped with me out this way, along with my boys from the Arataki gang.
Right. But if you care about...
Listen, how about we make a deal? You two let me go wrap things up with Daisuke, and once we're done battling beetles, the two of us, if you win, I'll come quietly. You can take me back to Inazuma City, and you won't... I'll just tell little Daisuke that my friends and I need to...
What should we do? There is the kid to...
Oh, it's on! Come with me. Saves you worrying that I might sked... You guys have seen Oni Kabuto out in the wild, right? Even though they might look menacing on the outside, but let me tell ya, once the Oni Kabuto start fighting, the grand game of beetle fighting is a match where your beetle tries to flip the other beetle. Hey, it's not just some kid's game. I have taken part in more beetle fights, but it's not just about all the physical stuff. Oh no, your Oni Kabuto's gotta be in the right headspace as well. If it's not up for a fight or doesn't have the guts, well, then it's game over. Boy, are you two lucky you ran into...
But we're not the ones that...
Oh. Yeah, anyway, not a problem. You two might think I'm just tooting my own horns here, but... And by the way, that kid has one tough beetle.
Okay, so he's not the sharpest...
Okay, let me... Ah, there. Let's head to that hill. I'll bet my bottom... darn it, they're all gone. Let's hop. Look, you see all those purple things? It's a whole pile of Oni Kabuto. Huh? Oh, what the? Ah, no, not lavender melons. Ah. Well, even a pro like myself can make a mistake from time to time. It's okay. This is the one. This is the one. See? Yeah, it's on the smaller side. But, size isn't everything in a beetle. Just let the expert explain, okay? With smaller beetles, listen, you can never see a beetle's true energy until it's in the ring. It might look a bit young and docile, but that's got its advantages. Young beetles that have never fought before always go all out in their first fight. Older... Hey, didn't I say not to worry? Come on, just have a little faith, would ya? My experience is telling me that this...
Right here! Look, if we're gonna battle some beetles, then Paimon wants in! It's not like we have anything else to do. When you hopped down, Paimon flew off somewhere else nearby. What do you think, Ito? It's big and strong, and look, bet the one you guys found must be way bigger.
Oh,
Nope, this is the first one Paimon's ever caught.
Well, looks like you got a real knack for this. You'll be a fellow beetle fighting expert in no time. I mean, not as good as me, but still.
Oh, so overall not that good then.
Anyway, great. With both your beetle and mine, I can tell this'll finally be the one. This time, I'm gonna win for sure. Well, you know, that's just life. So many unrelated things have to come together.
As in pure luck? Huh. Guess it makes...
Whoa. let's not do anything rash here. You know? I think both of these fine beetles have a shot at winning. Let's just hang on to them. Anyway, time to head back and get this show started. Man, I am psyched for this. Woo! Let's go!
Finally, you're back! Can we start our beetle fight now?
Yeah, sure thing, buddy. But you better...
Don't worry.
I've got this fight in the bag. Let's go, Nimble.
Huh? When did you come up with that name?
Come on, you can take him, little guy.
That's right! Finish it!
Oh, no! My little nimble ninja!
Ha! Looks like I win again!
Dang it! Ugh, it's my 7th loss in a row.
Stripey Ghost is in...
I won't forget this. I'll beat you next time, I swear! All right, Paimon, you're up. Time to give...
All right, go get him, Chris!
Whoa! But...
All right, little...
No.
Yay! We won! Ha! Paimon knew Crimson Cyclone would be the best!
Boy, did that one put up a fight. Woo! It wiped the floor with Stripey Ghost. I know a real beetle trainer when I see one. Way to kick some beetle butt, partner.
See? Paimon's got real talent! Of course, Crimson Cyclone has to take some of the credit, too. Oh, right. This is for you, Dice.
Huh?
Go ahead, take it, Daisuke. When we finally get...
But... will we ever be...
Of course we will. Anyway, I got...
Good. The kid...
You're from the Tenryo Commission, aren't you? I bet you're here to capture Uncle Ito.
Huh?
Hey, didn't I tell you?
That's not true. I already know everyone in your little gang, but I've never seen these two before. Uncle Ito didn't, and not only did he not do anything wrong, he also saved—
Hey, some things we don't tell.
Ito, sometimes you need to—
Seems I can't hide it anymore. I'll be honest with you. This thing the Tenryou Commission is investigating with someone... I have my own reasons for lying about it. And I really didn't want to get innocent people caught up in this while I'm still trying to solve the real problem here. I'm the same as you. I just...
So why in the world would you say that you were the culprit?
Maybe you don't know because you're Outlanders, but...
Hold on a second.
Oh, so you already know. Well, that makes things a whole lot easier.
So, is the story from the fairy tale really true?
Everything about the fate of the Oni is true. The blue Oni chose it, but the other details aren't historically accurate. Fairy tales are nice stories, but there's something they leave out. It's a little thing called the cold, hard truth. The Inazuma of long ago was a dangerous place. If you wanted the Raiden Shogun's protection, you had to have a good relationship with the humans. The Oni are a proud kind, so it wasn't easy for them to ask others for acceptance. The Crimson Oni were friendly with the humans, but the Blue Oni?
Paimon thought you were two different...
Yep, that's right. There's no real difference between us. We just paint because humans were still where... The Crimson Oni always hoped to find a way to... Humans didn't see a difference between Crimson and Blue Oni. If things were to continue that way, the Oni were never gonna get along with humans. And so, the most revered... Over drinks, they swore an oath. The Blue Oni would play the role of... First, the Oni must abandon any prejudice they held against humanity. Second, the Crimson Oni were to integrate with human society, but not by trying to please the humans. In other words, they were to carry on the Oni bloodline. Well, after choosing exile, the number of Blue Oni began to dwindle. Since I first heard the story of the Blue and Crimson Oni as a kid, I've heard it countless times in my life. Not once did I ever imagine that the Blue...
So you're saying the real culprit was a descendant...
That's right. Most people don't pay attention to the color of an Oni's horns, but nothing gets by the Arataki gang. Still, it'd be strange if the culprit really was a descendant. Exactly. They would give up their life before abandoning their pride. I've always respected the Blue Oni for the sacrifice they made. And I know the aspirations my ancestors had for the future of all Oni. Our pride does not allow for any wrongdoing. You don't steal from other people. You don't harm other people, period. My guess is that the Blue Oni was tricked or That's right. If I didn't step in,
But what does Daisuke have to do with any of it?
He was the one I managed to save from the Ronin after I sent them run. He was off playing somewhere when they came by and ransacked his house. The whole reason I'm in this is to help this kid find his mom and dad again. I never wanted to tell you any of this. My original plan was to knock you both out and take my family to hide somewhere else. There's more to this than just one Blue Oni. There's a dangerous group behind everything. That's everything. The whole story. If you don't believe me, But, if you're willing to believe me, then please.
Yep, Paimon too! Just treat it like...
So, I should tell you though, things could get a little...
Don't worry.
Alright, then our first... Yo, you must... Oh, yeah. Not the one that robbed you, though.
Oh, right. Sorry. It's not the first time that's happened to me. Usually you just hand over some Mora, but this time was different. They weren't... I got down on my knees and begged. Then I saw that there was an Oni among the group. But instead, he stopped the others and told them to let me go. Yeah, that got them all arguing with each other. His cohort said that I was sure to retaliate if they released me, but the young Oni was insistent that they shouldn't lay a finger on me. Luckily, they let me escape with my life in the end. And I scrambled to get my...
So he'll steal, but he won't harm people. Seems he has some sort of standards. Did he say why they were robbing you?
Surely it was Mora, right? I mean, I can't say for sure. It's not like I asked. But what I did hear them say was...
Ugh. Do you have any idea where they went?
I have no clue. But I think they're pretty active in the Tatarasuna area. You aren't gonna go after them, are you? Serious?
Don't worry. It's just a bunch of no-name scumbags. I got a whole laundry list of scores to settle with them. If these two islands are where they tend to hang around, we're sure to run into them at Nazuchi Beach.
I applied a plant-based waterproofing oil to my tail. One swish, and it's dry.
They gotta pass through here sometime. If I'm not mistaken...
Yeah, things might... Oh, here they come!
Yeah, there they are. And one of them has horns. All right, it's go time. Looks like you fellas aren't going down without a fight. Fine by me. Let's fight first, talk later.
Let's roll! To the ferry. Let's get down to business.
Let's nip that in the bud. One with the forest.
More!
Opening box of Adepti tricks. Life goes on.
To the ferry.
Hey, don't even think about running. It's me, Arataki Ito, descendant of...
I know who you are. From the day we are born, every blue Oni knows their purpose. But what about the Crimson Oni, You don't know anything about... Because those who get sacrificed should be forgotten, right?
No, you're wrong. I never knew the Blue Oni had survived since you remember the pact between our two... So my question is, how could a proud Oni like yourself go in a... Huh?
Who are... The Blue Oni gave up But let me ask you, you're a blundering fool who can't hold down a real job, a laughingstock of the town, and worse, you're a disgrace to the Oni Cup.
Hey, come on.
Since when do you care what other people think? Do you have any? We were cut off from no clothing.
So, that's why you joined a band of thieves?
That's right. Why should I accept that life? Is holding fast to a worthless oath supposed to help me provide for my family and friends? I've abandoned our Oni pride. It's meaningless. I want to live. I've given everything that I've stolen from humans to my community. What I've taken will at least keep them from starving and ease their pain. That's what matters most to me.
Yeah, and besides, the Blue Oni sacrificed themselves so that Oni could be accepted as part of human society. If people see Oni causing trouble again...
You make a good point. The Blue Oni are the bad guys. So we're expected to do bad. Unless, of course, this bonehead decides it'd be a great idea to take all the blame. He's the one that wasted the...
Huh? Well, I only had to do that because of...
You should get your priority. The Blue Oni are history. Oh, why couldn't you have just...
There they are.
Oh no!
Forget it. Look, I don't expect you to understand me. But...
Hey! He got away! Uh-oh.
We can't... Looks like I'm up to bat. Just whatever you do, don't attack...
Who goes there? Soldiers!
Attaboy!
Come on, men. He won't get away this time. Just give yourself up, Arataki Ito.
Get Drop. Let's roll! I must withdraw. Can't catch me. Who wants some of this?
Take this! I've lost.
Man, they really came out in force today. But I still haven't completely recovered from the bean attack earlier. No, all that would do is send them after our Blue Oni.
Then what should we do?
No choice.
Hey, boss! Granny Oni sent us. We're here to lend a hand.
Maybe we can't take him, but we can...
Hey, I told you to...
Well, we're in it now.
Go, do what you gotta do.
Watch yourselves. Soon as I'm... Come on, you two. Time to roll.
Don't let them get away. After them.
Hey, you guys want some of this?
Run for it, boss!
As boss of the Arataki gang, getting rescued by my own boys feels... pretty humiliating. I promise to never let you down, boys. All right, we've got some footprints to follow. Let's find Takuya.
It was real touching and all what they did, but those few guys weren't much of a...
Huh. Is it just me, or are there more and more footprints here? A wrecked cart and some goods. Look alive, we've got company. And Shroud!
My blade!
One thing after another!
There's more!
With sword comes shadow. Speed of light.
Seems they definitely don't want us going any further. Let's see what's waiting for us up ahead. Huh. Besides the footprints, there are other signs of life here too. Must be plenty going on around here. Let's investigate. They couldn't have just disappeared into thin air. Yep. Hidden entrance. Yes! This is gonna be where they keep all...
Paimon thinks Takuya's probably...
Huh? Fire away? Of course I do. But it takes a world-class blockhead like Takuya to think his ideas are actually gonna work. So I'm here to save him no matter what.
Huh? What were you two...
All acquired by less than legitimate means, no doubt. And all the more reason we gotta put an end to this.
There's more! There's more! See no more! How's this? To the theory?
Nowhere to hide.
Bam!
No problemo. probably what this mechanism's for.
Oh, it's moving!
See? What did I tell you? Just trust my instincts. Can't catch me!
It's my lucky day! The perfect distance!
Can't catch. Oni coming through!
Finally, there's more! The fairy! See no more!
Go! Attaboy! I'll uproot you!
Can't see? Fairy! There's more!